Good morning folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. So this is just a very short update to the repair on the concrete driveway. The driveway itself was a patchwork of different types of material. There was some concrete there, some tarmac and some other bits and bobs. But anyway, it looked a bit of a mess and I wanted to repair it. Now this occurred during the lockdown and basically it was impossible to get any pre-mixed concrete. So I had a few bags of postcrete knocking around, and as probably most of you are aware, it's the stuff you use for setting fence posts when you're putting up a fence. Anyway, so in the other video, which is a little bit longer and a little bit more in depth, I showed you how I utilised the postcrete to fill in quite a large hole around one of the drain covers on this driveway. So this is just really to provide you with something of an update, just to show you how things panned out. I must stress at this stage that the only reason I used postcrete because there were no other materials available. I'm talking about concrete in particular. I think the other thing to point out is the fact that this driveway is pedestrian access only. There's never any cars on here because the stuff I'm using wouldn't be strong enough to sustain repeated weight of a vehicle. So one of the first things I did then basically was to remove any broken pieces of concrete and any of the rubble which had accumulated in the areas which had broken up. So just scoot them all out of the way, and one of the purposes really is just to sort of make it nice and clear so that I had a nice, reasonably deep hole which would actually hold a decent amount of concrete so it wasn't too fragile. So basically I'm just sort of running through a few very short clips here so you can see what I did. So the postcrete basically is a pre-mixed concrete. It comes dry, you just mix it up to a slurry with cold water and then basically bung it in the hole and start working it. Now the thing I must stress about this, and the reason why this isn't really an appropriate concrete mix for this sort of a job unless you're very quick and very skilled, is because it sets so quickly. I mean, from the time I actually mixed up some of this stuff to the time it became unworkable, it could be as little as 30 seconds basically, so you don't have long at all. So this stuff sets very, very quickly. Having said that, one of the bonuses is of course the fact that you can get the job done very quickly. So I'm just going to show you a few clips before and after, and you can judge for yourself whether or not it came out okay. I'm personally happy with it. And as you'll see from the cost at the end, it was dirt cheap to do, and I did it over a period of a couple of days. Thank you for watching.